How? Blingwall here at Timberline once again to give you a review of the Gangplank Rome SDS. Fantastic top sheet art. I don't know if you can see this. It's really fun to look at. You got wads of money, brass knuckles. It's gangster. I think that's what the gang is for, you know. This thing is flat between your feet all the way to the outside of your bindings, and then it goes to a kind of a kick, a rock here and here, and it looks like it might be beveled, but it looks beveled away, and it's just two little angles. But right through here, it's like there's still a lot of board, a lot more flex in the tail and the nose because of that kind of beveled, thinner front nose and tail, and the center is really kind of holds a little more steady, a little more stiff than the tip and tail. This has what do they call it? That double side cut. I don't know if you can see it. There's a crazy, right where the binding hits, there's another side cut. And so what it's doing is making a tighter little range side cut right there. You can see it. And I don't know if you can see it down the camera. There's just a tiny little extra bump here. So when you're going at slow speeds, the thing is snappy, like right between your feet, because the whole edge isn't in contact, just that piece, and it makes it turn very fast. Then at high speed, of course, you've got the entire edge in contact, and then the whole thing becomes much more stable. So it's got two modes. You've got like tree mode, and then you have your kind of all mountain, a little faster carvy mode, and it goes to them seamlessly. I didn't feel anything too weird. The only thing I really felt that I could say was, I mean, it's not really even a negative, but on flat base, like going along a traverse, that tip and tail, those contact points aren't there. So you'll get a little squirrely action as you're trying to ride flat base across some hardtack. This thing was really poppy. Well, I wouldn't say really poppy. It was the exact amount of pop you want. Pop was exactly what you need for medium jumps. It came off the lip really nice. There wasn't a whole lot of scooping. I could feel the stages from nose to middle to tail off of lips on this board, making it really easy for me to know when I was about to need to pop, when I was going to need to kick and pop off a lip. So it gave me a lot of good feedback. It all lead okay. It wasn't amazing on flats. Like, it doesn't really load up really hard and explode, but it does do a really good job off of lips. The flex on it is about a medium flex. It's like I said, it's stiffer dead center than the tip and the tail. You could butter this thing, like once you butter it on the nose and the tail, it could lock in even because of those two stages of camber. When I did a tail butter, it locked. I could sit there for all day, nose in the air, and actually carve around on it too. Made it fun for blunts as well, like blunt butters and things like that. Pressing was also really fun on it because it just locks into that nose or tail section and just rides it. As far as flex goes though, it's a medium flexy board. I mean, it's not super stiff, but that didn't affect any of the stability at speed. This board in the park would land somewhere right in between jibs and jumps. It does both well. It comes into a jump and it has such a good pop off lips that you might think, oh, this is a jump deck. And then the second that you get to a rail, that flat zone right between your feet locks onto board slides really well. All the presses come in really well, come in good as well. And then as popping onto rails and things, it wasn't lethargic. It had pop. So it was really hard to like pin whether this was a jib heavy board or a park heavy board. And then also it held a lot of stability all over the mountain. So all mountain freestyle kind of like really opens up with this one. Wall hits were really fun. This is made for someone who wants an all-around park board, that wants to do the park, and they want to jump, and they want to jib, and they want to do both of them, but they don't want to do maybe like a giant booter. It's not really there. It's a little soft for that, but everything in between, if you're having a good day, I mean, medium features is where this thing excelled. I gave this a 95 shred cred. That's an exceptional rating. It did everything I wanted it to do. I had a lot of fun on it all day. I went through trees. There was 3 inches of snow, 3-4 inches of snow. It floated. I didn't have to do any work on that. It wants to float. The camber system on this is great. I mean, the stability on going fast was so fun, and then, like I said, it turned maneuverable in the trees, and that was something I wasn't expecting it to do. I usually expect one or the other, but technology is getting good, and these boards are becoming much more all around. This top sheet can disappear, and you'll see these rainbow colors. You see these variations right here where my bindings were? They're got a rainbow kind of crazy psychedelic color underneath, just like the graphics here. So these graphics are kind of like, I guess they probably peeled them away the same way that you can do if you were scratching it or whatever. So it's like, it's a little bit of your own art. Look at all the black space. This is one for the artist too.
For the latest snowboard reviews, check out boardinsiders.com.
Here, let's see if we can get my tag in it. Oh yeah, oh that's rad. So when people run over your board, it's just art. Don't get mad. Tag it like you're in the gang.